elephant in the room is I think these challenges were too hard for the first episode. These were quarter or semi-final challenges done on the first day. I just don't think that makes for good television because the scaling isn't there. Like, where are you going from here? Each episode should build on the one before and be a little bit more challenging and weed out less skilled contestants, which it's a competition, that's the point, right? But by starting with something that's really quite difficult, and also quite difficult for boring reasons, and because covering Ahsoka is hard for boring reasons, it's just really big. I don't think they've left themselves anywhere to go from here, and I also don't feel like I've learned a lot about the contestants. The first episode is an opportunity to weed out anyone who has like a fundamental gap in their knowledge and to let everyone get to know the contestants a little bit more. And I just don't think they did such a great job of that. And to get to know the contestants as crafters, to get a feel for the kind of thing that that person likes to make. You can find out about their personal life later on. That's a further down the line thing, right? And then my final problem with Game of Wool is just the name. The fact that they've called it Game of Wool instead of something knitting related makes me think that they're going to try and make them do crochet at some point. Now, I do think it's reasonable to say that if you're on a knitting competition, they expect you to be able to do Fair Isle. I don't think it's reasonable to have people apply to be on a knitting competition and then tell them to do crochet. A very, very skilled knitter can probably do at least some Fair Isle. A very, very skilled knitter may never have crocheted in their life. This might be a car wreck. Or they won't do that at all, and then I'm like, why didn't you just call it the knitting show? On that note, though, about knitters being expected to do Fair Isle, I have seen some hot takes online that I mostly don't agree with, so that's going to be the next part.